Patchy Mix is officially in the UFC. The former Bellator bantamweight champ just got signed and will debut at UFC 316 against Mario Bautista. Bautista was originally scheduled to fight Corey Sandhagen, then Chito Vera, but after multiple pullouts, it's Mix stepping in. Mix is 21-1 and coming off a dominant run in Bellator.
No love Mix, June 7th, 3 weeks, catch my fight, UFC 316, 21-1. I'm coming for him and I'm coming for this.
Michael Morales just TKO'd Gilbert Burns in round 1, extending his undefeated streak to 18-0. This marks Burns' 4th straight loss, and while fans were stunned, Burns showed nothing but class.
My nerves were killing me, I'm not gonna lie. It was killing me, but all I did was just think of my mom and think of what she says, just be chill, be the person that you are, be the fighter that you are, and listen to your corners, listen to those that give you instructions. And I thought of all the advice that she's given me. I always listen to her, and I said, the person and the fighter that I am is because of the mother that I have.
That I'm here. I've arrived. I'm here to ruin their party. That I'm just gonna, shatter their hopes and dreams. But that's it. Michael Morales is here, and to ruin their party.
Buscando a Garry. Creo que
looking for Garry. And listen, he knows who I am. He knows what I'm about. He knows where to find me. So I think that it could be a good fight, and hopefully he's up for it. But it doesn't matter. Listen, if not him, anybody, because what I want is to get a fight, get this thing going, and they know what I want, and I want that belt. I'm gonna celebrate with my mom. It's her first time in the United States. She's here with me, and listen, it's the first time here. She sees me on the main event to finish a fighter that's ranked. I mean, you gotta celebrate with my mom. If Islam Makhachev wants to return to lightweight, Ilia Topuria says he better wait his turn. Ilia isn't mincing words. He's coming for the belt, and Islam isn't skipping the line. So who got their way? Who did what they said? As always, him or me. So after this fight, when I have the belt, he can get in line, which is a long one, and someone's eyes will be shining. Jared Gordon knocked out Thiago Moises in round 1 and says he's tired of being overlooked.
Yeah, I made a couple changes, a couple new guys in my corner, but they're my old friends. Just, different mindset, pulling back when I don't need to go as hard. I'm a little older now. I've had years of abuse in this sport, but I think I've found my groove, and it's working for me. I think it just shows that I should be getting bigger fights, and I've proven in all my last few fights that I can do this, and that I've put out great performances no matter what. And I'm here, and I'm here to stay, and I will get into the top 15. I have the momentum with me. I haven't lost a fight in whatever it's been. I can't even remember, 6 fights now. I haven't lost since Grant Dawson. I beat Leo Santos. I beat Patty. I was beating Bobby Green till he headbutt me. Then I knocked out Madsen. Then I beat Nasrat. And here I am. So I have the momentum. Honestly, it's hard to look ahead when the things that have happened to me happen. So, now that I'm at this point, I don't know. I asked for Benoit Saint Denis when when his opponent pulled out. Who was it again? I don't remember. Joel Alvarez. But they couldn't get me a visa in time. I think that's why they give it to that Canadian kid. But I'm looking for bigger fights. Yeah.
After a close loss to Ayman Zahabi, Jose Aldo hinted he was done. Now it's official. He confirmed at a press conference that he is retired for good. No, I have another purpose in life, another path. Offer me any fight. Wherever it is, I don't want to. I don't see myself fighting anymore, or training, or doing anything like that. Of course, I do see myself training here to help my friends. I know how hard that is. So if I can help in any way with the experience I have, I will help with all my heart. But to specifically put a GI or anything like that to fight, never again. Coach Javier Mendez says if Ilia Topuria fights Charles Oliveira, he's putting his money on Topuria. He spoke with Tim Welch and explained why.
Ilia.
By knockout?
I don't know, but I would if someone gave me $100,000 but if you're asking me who I would want to win, I'll put Charles. I'll put my money on Charles.
Yeah, that's who you'd want.
Yeah, so that's who I'd want.
Yeah.
But if you'd give me 100 to make 100, if it's that type of even, like you get 100, you can make 100. I would put Ilia.
Yeah.
He feels he cannot be beaten.
Yeah, he really does. I mean, Cash, as well as anybody, the confidence that's a big one. If one fighter is very, very confident and they can back it up, I mean, that's a dangerous, dangerous dude.
Yes, very, very dangerous. Very, very dangerous. It's basically because Charles is going to stand in there upright, like you're saying, and when he gets inside, he's going to use that boxing, and Charles' head's going to be up, and Ilya's got a really good way of connecting with that chin on the inside, really, really nice, just like what he did with Volk, and I think if Charles doesn't get him up the middle with knees or front kicks up the middle, he's going to have a hard time with his boxing against him, and he's going to have a hell of a time trying to take him down. So it's going to be one of those where Ilya's got more opportunities than Charles does. But Charles can surprise us with his length, and up the middle would be really, really well suited for him. And the kicks too, body, head type thing, low, high, he could do really well.
After pulling out of his title fight with Makhachev due to a back injury, Arman Tsarukyan might be on thin ice. Dana White didn't sound happy. Fighters like TJ Dillashaw and Rampage Jackson debated the situation on a podcast.
Arman Tsarukyan, what do you do with him at this point? I mean, do you automatically rebook him in the next title fight? Do you go back to the drawing board?
No. Yeah, he's going back to the drawing board. I don't want anybody to ever fight hurt, ever. We've been in these positions before. Went down there with the doctor. Went down there with Heather from the PI, who is, you can ask any fighter or anybody else. She's the best in the world, and you miss opportunities sometimes, and he did. So we'll see how this plays out for him next year.
I just don't understand the fact of the whole, we're going to punish you because you got.
I don't think it's a punishment. I think it's a situation. It's an unfortunate situation, right? Because Topuria and Makhachev, that's a big fight, man. There's a lot of dollar signs behind that sign, right? And Topuria is on a rocket ship as well too. So I think it's just an unfortunate situation, right?
I disagree. I think it was a punishment, bro. Dana White hates when people pull out of fights really close to the fight. I really think they're punished, because you remember what he said in the press conference. Now he wasn't going to get. Oh, you didn't watch? No. He said he wasn't going to get him a title shot. It's a punishment, bro. Because that's why one time. That's why I didn't pull out of fights, because I knew Dana hated like one time.
I mean, he probably should have just pulled out of the fight a lot sooner rather than wait until like last minute, right? He obviously wanted it so bad. He was like, I've taken fights. My first title defense ever. After I beat Barao, it was supposed to be a rematch against him, and I hurt my back so bad. I couldn't throw kicks like 4 weeks before the fight. I thought it was my back, ended up being my psoas. I found that out after the fight, but like I couldn't throw any kicks 4 weeks leading up to the fight. My back was miserable, but it's like I was just going to take the fight, right? And I took the fight, and I fought Joe Soto on 24 hours notice, and I knocked him out with a kick, so I forgot about my back. But, there's things that like, now that there's so many personalities, and you want to make sure you get the best shot, and you don't, like, if you're injured, maybe.
Tom Aspinall sat down to react to popular MMA hot takes, and he didn't hold back.
Should be a league where everyone can take PEDs.
There are leagues where people do take a lot of PEDs. It should be published publicly.
Wrestlers are boring.
Absolutely not. If you don't want to get wrestled, learn to get up and scramble properly off the bottom.
Jones lost to Reyes.
I think at the time I did think Reyes won, but I can't remember. I'd have to watch it again, to be honest.
Soccer kicks should be allowed.
I think it changes the way that people see the sport, but as a fighter, I do think it should be allowed, yeah.
Jiu-jitsu is useless in a street fight.
If you're in a one-on-one street fight with somebody, and it's a fair game, and nobody else is around, and one person can grapple well, and the other person has never grappled in their life, it's definitely going to help you. That being said, from my experience at least, of street fights and seeing street fights and being involved and stuff, it's very rarely a one-on-one fair fight. So if you get to the floor and you're on top of someone, you're pretty susceptible to one of the friends kicking you in the face. If any of you guys have got any hot takes that you want me to comment on, put it in the comments.
Magomed Ankalaev posted on X, claiming Alex Pereira and Jiri Prochazka won't fight him. Alex Pereira don't want the Yank anymore. Let's leave him alone because I'm not a bully. Fake ninja. He said he have to go back to school because he cannot read at Dana White at Mick Menard, give me some fish. Jalton Almeida responded saying, hello, you can call me Jalton Fish, Almeida. Jon Jones posted a video with Hasbulla, and fans were relentless. Here's what fans have to say. That wraps up today's biggest MMA stories. If you're new here, subscribe to MMA Messenger for daily news updates, and let us know in the comments which fight you're most hyped for.